My name is Billy Cox, better known as the bass player for the Jimi Hendrix Experience and the Band of Gypsies. Been in the business for over 60 years and played with a lot of great artists. But this evening I'm here with Mr. Greg Sover, and it's a privilege and a pleasure. But let me reiterate on this. I was coming from a movie at Fort Campbell. It was raining and wound up on the doorstep of the service club where musicians can rent an instrument and play and while away the time. And I heard this guitar playing in its infancy, and it was a young man named Jimi Hendrix. Wow. I went in and introduced myself, and that relationship lasted for a lifetime.
Wow.
When I heard you play, I heard something very, very special. I said, whoa, I had to sit and listen.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's an honor, what you just said right there.
Yeah.
Yes. Our connection, right? I remember we wanted to record a song, Manic Depression, on the upcoming album. And my manager says, I think we can try out Billy Cox. He called some people and made it happen. Fast forward, we had the best relationship. Billy, you gave me so much great advice, so much good advice as far as the business, the stories with you and Jimi. I remember we were talking, and stories you were telling me, I realized how much we had in common. I started out bass playing in my church at one time, but it was until I heard these two notes on this song called Purple Haze. That's when it changed my life. I said, wow, I've been influenced by a bunch of guitarists or many guitarists before that point, and still to this point, still to this day, I am very influenced by a lot of guitars. But when I heard that song, it changed everything. It made me say, okay, this is the style of music I want to play. I might not be able to play it left-handed, and Jimi has some chops that still to this day I'm learning to perfect right now. But it was that song. But I have to throw in there Machine Gun, the bass line on Machine Gun. Wow. So when you were writing that, how did that come up?
We always gelled musically. I never wanted to be a bass player that overshadowed, was a part. I wanted to be a supportive player. And I loved playing my part, which was the bass player. There are a lot of bass players I like to hear that are very supportive of the band and as a whole. And I kind of groove in that. So when he played, whatever he played, I tried to complement it. And therefore, we were able to write songs like Dolly Dagger In From the Storm,
Wow.
Freedom, songs of that nature.
I love music just like you, and you were a big influence on what's going on, and not just me, music period. Countless bass players, even guitarists, drummers that you influenced. It comes full circle because of Remember. The original idea was to have Manic Depression to go on this album, but it was something about Remember that you saw, and I just need to know, what did you see in that song or wanted to recreate, and why me, so to speak?
Me and my wife have been married a long time.
Okay.
And a lot of times I give her stories about my relationship with the Hendrix camp. And I remember telling her, I didn't remember, but she told me, remember you were telling me about that first album Jimi put out, and there were a few songs that he wanted to redo. He wasn't happy. She kind of figured that Remember would be a good song because there was something that happened in Remember, and they put it out so fast they didn't have time. At that time they had 4 tracks or 8 tracks. They didn't have a lot of tracks to do things on, and his solo was very, very weak, and he was very unhappy with that, along with some other songs. I'm not going to divulge any of those things. So she said that would be great, and that would pay homage to Jimi's, what he wanted to do, plus give them because the Manic Depression has been covered by so many people, but no one has ever touched Remember.
Yes. And I had so much fun recording it. I'm glad you were able to, play with us on that song. That was really cool. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Complete honor to do that song. I think of the influence that Jimi Hendrix put on me, and for you to allow me to do this song is a true blessing. I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Great. You did a great job, excellent job. And that does And that would do Jimmy proud if he heard that
Oh,
solo.
wow.
You aced that solo.
Oh,
That's
thanks
good.
a lot.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot. Yes,
good job.
I was staying up trying to listen very close. I'm gonna get this solo down, and you know, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Yes, I'm so honored that we were able to come together and collaborate on this. But I'm deeply blessed by our friendship. I know we had great one-on-ones. You gave me great advice. And more importantly, you told me to keep the same energy, keep doing what you love, and make sure you love doing it.
Humility, that's what strikes me about you. Keep that humility that you have. We live in a me, mine, my universe most of the time.
Yes.
But when you're humble, that's that spiritual thing that's inside. You know that you are blessed just to be here.
Yes.
And
yes.
so you keep that humility, and that's one thing I like about you, because you do have that. Everything I've learned through the years, I'd like to pass on to younger musicians, especially if they will listen, because through these years, I've accumulated a lot of wisdom about the industry.
Just like I said before to you, the what you're doing for me, it's something that I can only pass down. I can only pass that along, keep that message going. So I plan on doing the same thing, and
Great.
I appreciate you doing this with me.
And you'll be successful. Very
Thank you,
successful.
brother. Thank you.
Keep that humility.
Yes,
All right, God
definitely.
bless you. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so Billy, this has been fun. I'm glad you could connect with me. I'm glad we could meet face to face and talk some more, right? So I guess we could go talk some more. Let's go get something to eat.
Let's get something to eat.
Sounds good.
All
All right.
Very good.
Yes. I got you. I got you, brother. I got you, brother.
All right. Oh, we got two.
Oh,
doors.
2 doors.
All right, good.